If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed.
So why does Admiral McRaven, one of the most respected Navy SEALs alive, say that mental toughness and living a great life starts with making our beds? Well, if we turn to neuroscience, this actually makes total sense. Because in the brain, we have something called neuromodulators. These are essentially brain chemicals that work to enhance the activity of certain brain areas and suppress the activity of other brain areas. So when it comes to motivation, for example, there's a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Right? This is the brain chemical that essentially makes us feel really good. I'm sure you've all heard about it, right? When you're scrolling through Instagram, right? You get these dopamine hits, or when you achieve a big goal and you feel so good, you're so excited, right? And so usually when we talk about dopamine, what we're focused on is this aspect of well-being, right? It's like you feel really good afterwards. But it does not only actually increase and enhance our well-being on the inside. What dopamine also does when it's released is instead of quieting us down, instead of calming us down, it actually energizes us and makes us look towards the outside world, towards things that are not within our realm, within our possession yet. And so dopamine does not only work when we do something and we get that hit, but also it works in anticipation of things, meaning it's a motivational driver that actually moves us towards certain goals, towards certain things that we want to do in our lives. And that's really why this is key. Why making your bed in the morning, or doing any small act for that matter, that might be considered a first small win of the day, is so important. Because by doing that, we release a certain small amount of dopamine that actually energizes us. It makes us feel good on one hand. Yes, we're proud, we feel a little joy. But more importantly, it actually energizes and motivates us to further look into the future, look at what we're trying to achieve, and move us towards that. This is oftentimes what's called the progress principle, where the irony of motivation is that motivation just doesn't show up, with you sitting there on the couch. More often than not, by taking the first tiny step towards a goal that you value, whether it's relationship-wise, whether it's health-wise, whether it's business-wise, it doesn't matter. By taking that first step, you release dopamine, which then cues up the motivational centers in the brain and actually makes you look forward towards the goals that you've set for you in your life, and it makes you want to go towards them. And so the big challenge for you and I is really figuring out what can we do as a small win every single day. For Admiral McRaven and other Navy SEALs, for example, it may be making their bed. But for you, it might be something else, right? It might be, hey, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do my affirmations. I'm gonna write in my gratitude journal. I'm gonna read one inspiring page of a great book. Whatever it is for you, I'm gonna do a quick morning workout, some jumping jacks, whatever it is, right? But what we gotta do is we've gotta, as soon as the alarm rings, the first thing we do is we get a tiny little win that sets us up for the rest of the day. Because if we don't do that, we're all gonna get our dopamine hits one way or the other. We can do this in a positive way, or we can, go on, our phone and get these, social media notifications that bombard our brain and hijack our brain, but lead us down the wrong path, right? Instead of motivating us, they actually turn us down, right? They actually make us, want to keep going on these things, right? And then, you look up half an hour later, right? And you still haven't gotten anything done. And so the big challenge for you and I really is setting up our days or our start in the morning really in a way that actually supports our life, that directly moves us in the right direction, because by doing that, we can actively use this progress principle, the fact that when you start to act towards something, you actually become more motivated. And so my challenge to you really today is to figure out what's one tiny little thing that you can do right now to move yourself in the right direction. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's doing a little 2-minute workout. Maybe it's just starting this tiny little project, with 2 minutes, just opening the page and starting to write the first 5 words. It doesn't matter, but start right now.